the beginning of the creation of Elohim. This is very important also because I think depending on the translation, there may be some issues regarding this part of the letter, because some people tend to believe that Yahushua or Mashiach is the first creation of Yahweh, but that is not what this is saying. It's actually saying that Mashiach is the word through whom everything that was created was created. So that's why he is the beginning or the start of everything that came to be. And that is the point. It could also be said the head of the creation of Elohim, because in Hebrew, head and beginning are related. The beginning of the creation of Elohim. So, as we were seeing, Amen connects to both, yet when it comes to prayers, is at the end. And when I say both, I mean first and last. The faithful and true witness, the beginning of the creation of Elohim. The beginning, the Bereshit, as in John 1, the same John who wrote this, who said, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Elohim, and the Word was Elohim. Now we see the beginning. That could also be said as the Bereshit of the creation of Elohim. And as we know, Yahweh made everything through the word, Dabar. And when one speaks, as Yahweh said, let there be light, then the voice is heard. So word and voice are one in Yahweh as the first and last. The two manifestations of Yahweh on earth, first and last. Yahushua appeared as the word. That's why they didn't hear him. Now the voice comes to speak the word of Yahweh. That's why he testifies of Mashiach, Yahushua. So the beginning of the creation of Elohim. Bereshit bara Elohim. In the beginning created Elohim. And now we see the beginning of the creation of Elohim. So they are pretty much the same words, just a bit different in the way they would be written because what is being said. Also the fact that the word is first and then the voice, and that unless someone is created to be to have ears and be able to hear the voice, then even if somebody speaks, nobody could hear him because there is nobody to hear him. So what I mean by this is that is why in Genesis we see Bereshit bara, or in the beginning Elohim created the heavens and the earth. It doesn't say, and Elohim said, Bereshit bara Elohim. The reason why it says, or it doesn't say that, is because he had not created anybody else in order to hear his voice. So only the word says that he created, and that's why everything was created through the word. But then in the next verse, having to do with the same first day, the day one, as it is written in Genesis, there we see that it says, and Elohim said, let there be light. So now there is a voice, because the heavens and the earth had been already created. So there was a creation to be able to hear the voice. So that's why in the very first verse we don't read that he said. We just read what he did through the word that we read. And then in the second verse, well, when it comes to the day, it's pretty much the third verse, when it says, let there be light, that he said, let there be light. So there we see the voice as the second manifestation of Yahweh, to show the light, to give the light, and the light is Yahushua. So we see that when the voice speaks, the creation hears the voice of Elohim to make the light, represents how the voice, the good shepherd, speaks to testify of Mashiach, Yahushua. So I hope that's clear. I want to go back to Genesis. So the beginning of the creation of Elohim. here we see that the one that was speaking was Yahweh through Mashiach, who sent his Malach. So Yahweh as first and last. And Yohanan or Yahuhanan is writing everything that he's hearing from the voice sent by the word, spoken by the mind, Yahweh.